Welcome to my first Cornell Daily Sun podcast. I'm honored to be joined by psychology professor David Pizarro, who teaches introduction to psychology here and researches emotion and moral judgment.
Thank you, Lev. You should be honored. No. It's my pleasure.
What is your 20-second review of Kendrick's album, Damn?
20 seconds. I love it. I think it's a great album. I think that Kendrick Lamar is quickly catapulting himself to a non-controversial spot on the top 10 of all time.
What profession would you have in another life? Rapper?
Good professor. No. Hip-hop producer, beat maker.
You already do that.
I already do that. I love making beats, and if I had to give up my academic life entirely, I would dedicate it to that aspect of music, is sampling and making beats.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flight. It's just it's an
I don't trust anyone who doesn't.
Exactly. And people think that, oh, you're dumb. No, I'm sorry, but the feeling of flying will trump anything. Of course, there are things, like the superpower to bend anyone's will at your command would be.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it would be. But I'm sorry, I just want to fly. I just want to fly.
If you could get away with any crime, pick any crime and you could do it, and you'd never get in trouble for it, what would you do?
I'm such a naturally good, morally good human being that this is a very difficult one. People have these fairly unreasonable responses. They're like, well, I just don't trust the car. And I'm like, well, okay, I get it. You trust yourself. So suppose you're like, well, I don't want, windows crashing like a blue screen of death and then having my car go out of control. Fine. But when you drive on the road, you're not just trusting your own abilities. You're trusting the abilities of everybody around you. And there is no doubt in my mind that probably even if we deployed the technology now to everyone, the amount of traffic fatalities would be reduced. There are ways in which you can make a robot that would either ramp up people's moral judgments about them or ramp them down. Mm-hmm. Right? So you can imagine a robot that acts kind of randomly, like a Roomba, like a vacuum cleaner robot. It's just sort of randomly going around, and if it crosses right in front of you and you almost trip, again, you might get mad, but you're not like, this Roomba, I'm really gonna whip it. I'm gonna spank my Roomba. Sounds dirty. But if it were a bit more lifelike and it talked to you, would you be more likely to sort of get mad and resent its actions? And so there's a lot of desire to ramp up these cues, these we would call anthropomorphic cues, the cues that make a robot seem more human. Because people think, oh, this will make us like the robot more, it will make us trust the robot more, but it probably will make you more likely to blame the robot and get angry at it if it does something bad. And so we're hoping to get some studies going where we can sort of manipulate the features of the robot. Does it have I'm sure people blame their phone more when it's Siri, the voice, or Google Now, whatever, when it's a voice that gets something wrong. So if Siri messes up, to me at least, it's more frustrating than if it's like bleep bloop does not compute on the screen. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that it's a voice makes me expect certain things. Yeah. Like, Siri, you idiot. You know what I meant, right? I meant, what's the weather out, right? Take two robots that have the exact amount of abilities, like exactly matched in terms of what they can and can't do. But one of them, right before you turn it off, goes, no, please. It feels like that's wrong, right? Even if you were guaranteed that this is just a pre-programmed behavior, the minute your hand gets close to the power button, it does this. I think we would start thinking that it's wrong. Ex Machina does, in some ways, brilliant. In some ways, it's cheating. The robots are just human. I mean, they're human actors. Yeah. Right? So it's more like just pulling our heartstrings about how wrong it would be to do that to a human being. We have to remind ourselves that it's a robot. If it looked like some robot from some crappy 80s movie, like bleep bloop bloop, I don't think people would care that much. But that's making it attractive, making it very human-like, we start to have feelings. We're like, how could